What is going on, everyone? How are you all doing? This is Carlo here at Magnum Crypto, back again for another video. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at the market in general, doing the TA as per usual, but also looking at one crypto in particular, because this is one that was hot when it came out, but now it's lost a lot of hype, but it's still great value. So we'll be looking at that in a bit more detail. So let's not waste any time and get straight to it. Cue the intro. So, if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel, like this video. Also leave a comment down below, just anything random, just to help me with the engagement on the channel. Would very much appreciate that. If you're new to crypto and you want to learn the fundamentals, go ahead and click the link in the description to enroll to the course. And also if you want to join the private Telegram group, completely free, link for that is in the description. With that out of the way, let's get straight into this video. So the crypto that I was talking about, which is now great value. When it came out, it was just way too overvalued, and naturally during a bull market, everything is going to be overvalued. And that is Dodo. This is a crypto, a decentralized exchange. Again, very hyped for good reason, because it was a top project, great technicals. But simply, it's a governance token for an exchange. They've got some innovative technology. In particular, I think it's the PMM called, what is that called? Proactive Market Maker. So it's an Oracle aided algorithm with an advanced pricing formula that provides contract fillable liquidity. Traders get lower slippage with PM than AMMs. AMMs, I believe, Uniswap and SushiSwap, they use AMMs. I may be mistaken. But this is a great technology, a great project, and now if you look at the the price, the market cap is now 163 million compared to a few months ago. If we can look that up, market cap a few months ago was 600, almost 600 million. Right now it's 160 million. So you can see how much cheaper it is now, and that's through patience and for not jumping in with the hype. You get all these gems, so it's at a very good price right now.
Really?
We'll be looking at the charts in a minute, but I want to highlight this because this is what happens when you wait, when you're patient, but also when you don't get involved into projects that are overhyped, that are just very hot. So yeah, patience pays off in the end. Next thing I want to have a look at is this article that came out regarding Polygon. So let's get straight into the article. They've partnered with Community Gaming. So Community Gaming partners with Polygon, describing itself as an all-in-one platform offering esports infrastructure to all key stakeholders in the industry. Community Gaming is a blockchain-based project providing developers with a scalable network for their goals. In fact, it plans to enhance its scalability through the latest partnership with Polygon. The press release shared with Crypto Potato reads that tournament organizers as Community Gaming will be able to deploy their esports events onto the Polygon network even without any background knowledge of how wallets or smart contracts work, which is very important, especially for those that are not majorly into crypto, to be able to deploy this in an easy manner to the average person is good for reducing the barriers to entry and thus increasing adoption. That's the word I was looking for. The first two tournaments to use Polygon's blockchain were Gods Unchained and Axie Infinity, which saw a massive popularity boost in the past few months. Both massive games. So Polygon continue to increase their influence. With that, the number of players competing each month for prize pools denominated in ETH, Matic and USDC has risen into the thousands. According to the statement, winning players receive their tournament prizes through one single transaction, which is completed in under 3 seconds, and the fee is less than 0.0015 Matic. This makes the innovative approach a stark contrast to traditional payouts. Commenting on the partnership, Polygon CEO Sandeep Nailwal asserted that it reaffirms its team's goals to bridge the gap between decentralized tech and the competitive gaming community. Now, a lot of cryptocurrencies have tried to do this without success, but Matic seems to be already having some success with it. So very, very exciting. So this is possible because Polygon would enable fast and cheap payment combined with secure, trustless on-chain transactions. On the other hand, Chris Gonzalez, the CEO of Community Gaming, outlined the benefits that event organization could see from the partnership. And the quote says, "For event organizers on our platform, this integration means being able to easily create, run, and facilitate tournament payments with sub-penny transaction fees into any country." Very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. And you can sum this whole article up just by saying use case, because this is increasing the use case for Polygon, for Matic, and that's the foundation of value for it, increasing its value. More use case, more value, price goes up. So very easily summed up and very exciting for Polygon and Matic. We'll be looking at the price of that in the charts, which is saying another thing. So let's transition over to the charts. First, let's start off by looking at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, firstly on the weekly time frame, as we finished for the week yesterday. So the weekly time frame, unfortunately, it closed below a very important support level or low of 34,000. And thus that's opened up the floor to go ahead and go down towards 32,000 at the last bastion of weekly support. So this is going to be a very, very challenging week for Bitcoin. It's looking more and more likely that it's just going to keep going down and correcting further.
You dare say that to me?
You can see it's not looking like a strong chart. We need to see a strong reversal at the 32k level, or maybe what we can see is more wicking down below like this and then a reversal. But at the moment, it's just looking very bearish. The next thing we want to see is for it to hold 32,000 and then reverse. But at the moment, it's just looking quite bearish. Ethereum looking a little bit better than Bitcoin, but we can see this low right here that was formed in June. At the moment, it's looking like it wants to test that again, perhaps creating a double bottom of some sorts. There is also a trend line at play right here, and it's looking like you can see these two trend lines that I drew. It's looking like a falling wedge on the weekly time frame. I mentioned this in the last video, which could be the case. So we could see Ethereum drop down to the support level of 19k, or it could maybe wick down to this level. Now, if this is the case, if it is actually a descending wedge, then this could be a bullish reversal.
Really?
Happening after this. If it breaks out from this counter trend line, then we could perhaps see a bullish breakout, but we're yet to see a reversal. We need to wait for this break to get a little bit more happy and excited. But so far, the major support level is at 1900, and below that it is, well, they're both 1900. It's just this area between these two levels. Below that, we have around 1700 and around 1800. You can see these two wicks went all the way down to 1600. So hopefully, you know, if it holds this level of 1900, we can reverse, break that trend line, and then move to the upside towards 2700 and that kind of area. Let's go over to Matic Polygon. Now obviously I read that article, which is bullish. You know, use cases improving. I wouldn't say it's strong. It's a strong piece of news because it is a partnership. It doesn't really necessarily materialize into increased value straight away. It takes time to build these use cases and to build a strong demand for Matic through that avenue. So Matic, unfortunately, was not able to hold this low of $1 and some change. Broke below. It tried to hold it here, you know, but this kind of candle, I think, is a doji candle. It's normally, it continues the previous trend. It's not really a bullish candle. So it broke that, closed below it, very bearish, and now it's continuing to drop in value. Now you can see some of these wicks could potentially become support, but I would say the next major support level is going to be around this dynamic support of the 21-week EMA. I think that's going to probably be the next level of support. Hopefully we can see a reverse from that, which coincides, which is around 80 cents and some change. So we'll have to see how it reacts around that level. If it reverses, then we can probably see it go back towards $1 and some change. But it's looking bearish for the moment. There's not much support apart from this level, and then we have a wick right down 70 and some change. So unfortunate times for Matic. Next we have a crypto that's actually looking more bullish, a nice reversal. This is what we want to see. So you can see it tapped this area of $4 and some check, $4.80. A nice big wick showing demand, a strong reversal, and then also it's formed a higher low, and now it's at the next support turned resistance, which is around $7.70 something. And you can see this wick, it got rejected. It tried to get above this week and it got pushed back down. Of course, what we want to see is for it to get back up and close above this level, reclaim that as support, and then attack the next area of resistance, which is $9.20 something. But so far so good. As long as it even is higher than the previous candle, it can form a nice higher low. That's a very bullish indication. The next bullish indication we want to see is to close above this level of $7.70 and claim it as support. That's the next thing we want to see. But so far it's reversing very nicely. So keep your eye out on Injective protocol. Next we'll have a look at VeChain. So VeChain is looking bearish, right? So although it held support, well, for the moment, so you can see it held support around this level, made a low, and the next candle closed exactly on that level and held it. This week so far we're below it, but there is still time for it to reverse. You can see these wicks which have increased could potentially be enough demand to push it back above, and thus creating a nice double bottom. But so far it's broken below, and it could, if it stays below and closes, it will definitely open up the floor to go all the way down to 0.05 and some change. So far for the week it's not looking good, but it's a weekly candle, so it can reverse and turn around and go back above, which would then form a double bottom. The next resistance level, very easy to spot. You can see this support level and this previous resistance, which is about 0.086. So that's going to be next resistance level, which needs to get back above. There is actually another level above that, so there's two major resistance levels above this area before it can rocket back up to the upside. So fortunately there is resistance ahead, so it might be too much to go on an uptrend just now. It might be too much and therefore push it to the downside. So let's be patient. Let's see if it can get back above this support level of 0.78. That's the major thing, otherwise it's going to drop further. Next we're going to have a look at Harmony. So similar, it's actually looking okay. We had a nice green candle followed by this bullish candle right here, so it's a nice reversal. Now it is at previous support, now resistance over here at around 0.08. Of course what we want to see, and to be honest, it looks like it's the bullish momentum is in force, so it needs to break above this level and claim it as support, then build and form higher lows. It might break back above and tap this resistance at 0.96 and then go back and reclaim it as support. If it does that, that'll be very bullish, and we can think about higher levels, breaking above this level once again, and then going all the way up to 0.12 or 0.13. So far it's the first step of the reversal. We need to see a bit more and reclaim this area as support. So let's see how this performs during this week. But this candle is definitely a bullish one. So I would say there's more chance of an uptrend rather than a reversal. If it does reverse, then 0.067 will be support once again. We'll finish up with Dodo. Now this is looking very, very nice. Strong, two good green candles. There is a bit of resistance now this week. So I would say potentially we could reclaim this, well not reclaim because it wasn't support before, but use it as support once again at 1.08. Once it taps that would probably be enough to propel it to the upside towards 1.65. So this is looking like a clean reversal. As I said, it's good value because it's got strong fundamentals. It's a great project. So this would be a good trade right here. Get it, whether it's, get some small position, whether it's at this price or back at support, but it's probably going to drop down to support, get some more liquidity, and then fuel and rocket up to the next resistance level and then beyond. So there isn't too many levels that it has to, once it gets past this resistance level, obviously not guaranteed, but if it does, then there isn't much in the way towards the next level of 270. So this is a good opportunity with small, you could place a stop loss just below here. This could be a good 120% investment right there, or trade. So it's looking bullish for sure. So that'll be all for this video. Bitcoin is probably the only one that's looking the most bearish, and a few other cryptos actually, including Matic. But some of the other altcoins are looking quite bullish. And even Ethereum, if it is in a descending wedge, if it breaks out of that, then Ethereum could be leading this reversal. So let's be patient. Let's see how it performs if it breaks out of those key structures. That'll be all for this video. See you in the next one. Peace.